you ever been identified as difficult or uncooperative because you refuse to participate in a system that you believe is already rigged against you? Because deep down, you know that you're right and that you don't have to participate in this. Well, sometimes it's not you being difficult or rebellious for no reason. It could be that you're engaging in resistant capital. And in Terrayoso's framework of community cultural wealth, resistant capital is an asset. So let's talk about it. And by the way, welcome back to Latino Studies 101. I'm your professor, Dr. Esther Trujillo, and we are talking about resistant capital. So in case you're just joining, community cultural wealth is a framework put together by Professor Terrayoso, and it has 6 types of capital. So we are going over resistant capital. But the framework overall posits that Latinos bring certain skills and ways of knowing with them to schools, even though they may be perceived as deficient when looking at traditional measurements of success and skills. Instead of seeing us as lacking, community cultural wealth flips the script and focuses on the wealth that these young people bring to school with them. And we're talking about the 6th type, which is resistant capital, and this one is the spicy one because not everybody agrees. Resistant capital is the knowledge and skill sets that are gained from opposing injustice. It's often thought about as revolutionary resistance. So challenging injustice via organizing or protesting. And yes, it can include this, but it's so much more than this. Resistant capital also includes those quiet, everyday moments of defiance, even the ones that look like they're self-defeating from the outside. Let me tell you a story. When I was in 9th grade, I was in a science class that didn't count toward the college eligibility. And when I found that out, I asked my counselor to move me to a class that did count as a lab science. They refused to, so I stayed in Intercoordinated Science 9, and I just decided I wasn't going to turn in my homework as an act of resistance. When my grades started to drop, my teacher was confused. He said, well, you ace all of the exams, but you don't do your homework. To which I responded, I do my homework, I just don't give it to you. Yeah, I wish that you could have seen the look on his face when I was like, this class is a waste of time, and I don't like you. Sorry, Mr. Bryant. We had a conversation about that like 15 years later, so we were cool, eventually. But the point is this: when you see that a system is failing you, you can decide to take your energy, to take your time, and to not participate, not engage, and not do the things that people say you should. And this happens all the time in our communities. There may be a young person who decides that they're going to act out because they realize that they're being policed or surveilled. So if you know you're being watched, give them a show. There may be a student who disengages